Peace, family. No slacking, no slacking. Black Panther on my Masterpiece Fuller channel. Here to deliver you a message of freedom. I'm here to tell you something real. So what I need for you to do is denounce this government. This government is not for our people. It says in the Bible that every nation shall rise up against you. They shall be against you and treat you in iniquity. Well, I'm not trying to be funny. When you dig deep and you think about what the Bible's saying, for one, you have to dig deep and you have to understand that it says that Shakespeare wrote the King James Version of the Bible. This is a very serious and very important factor because he is mentioned in the Bible. Now, you have to understand facts and details when you're reading this Bible. The very man that you sit next to that's the opposite color of you, of a pale skin, white face, or so-called white face, Edom, Esau, is not your friend. And any brother that is of your skin complexion or sister that works for this government to turn in their own kind, betray their own kind for the use of the government is not your friend. They are your enemy. You have to understand that somewhere in life you have to wake these people up. Those that are willing to be waking up and realize that we've been tricked by our governmental system. We've been tricked by our churches. We've been tricked by our pharmaceutical doctors. We've been tricked by this so-called white man, this foreigner. If you think about logic, you have to understand that everything on this planet comes from something black. The reason I'm saying that because the universe created this world from God, and it's created through blackness. When you plant a seed in the ground, you have to understand that the dirt that very seed has to, be fertilized in is black dirt. You understand what I'm saying? I could go very deep with this, and I want to make a statement with what I'm saying. A Chinese man, a white man, any man of no hue, of no melanin, they cannot have any baby of color. All their babies look like them. You understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is a black person can have every color type of person on this earth. You understand what I'm saying? They're like a dog. A black person is like a dog. They can produce every color from the color spectrum on this earth, on this planet. Light skin, brown skin, dark skin. You understand what I'm saying? Black, so-called black, which is not... Black is a status for one. You have to understand that. But what I'm saying is a Chinese man can only have babies that look of the Chinese descent. A white man can only have babies that look of the so-called white descent or Caucasian descent. A black man or a black woman can have a black baby with blue eyes, hazel eyes, brown eyes. You understand what I'm saying? Their hair could be of a tan color or a black color or a blonde color. They could have albinos. So what I'm saying is we've been lied to by this governmental system. You have to understand that the Jesus that you believe in is not the Jesus that is going to save you. You understand what I'm saying? You have to understand that the Jesus that you believe in brung you in so-called on this slave ship called Jesus. This slave ship called Jesus then transported those so-called slaves that were taken from Africa. What you have to understand is those slaves were taken from the Americas, the so-called Turtle Island, took into Europe and brought back. You understand what I'm saying? The deep thing about this whole allegory about the Bible is a lot of things that happen in the Bible are true stories. But the thing that's most identified is the stories are about you. They're not about this white Jesus, this white God that took you away from your culture, from your heritage. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be racist, but I want for you to understand that white people hair grows down and our hair grows up in spirals. This is meaning that you are children of the sun because you have to understand that you represent that very sun. You're a nine-etheric woolly-haired being with an inner sun that burns inside of you. It says in the Bible, as greater is he that is within the world, you that is he that is within the world. Greater is he that is within you than he that is within the world. Let me say that all over again. So what they're saying is, either you can be of a godly state of mind or you can be of a devil state of mind. So when you see somebody doing something devilish, you normally hear the elders or older people say, that's nothing but the devil running around. It's clear logic that we are warriors, that we have failed to realize that we were born warriors. We were born without fear because it's a proven fact that when a baby is born and that baby sees a stove or a fire, they automatically want to touch it. And sometimes your baby does get the feel of what it feels like to touch this fire. They don't understand fear because they're not born with it. But you have to understand that Christianity and this Jesus piece, this Jesus figure, this white Jesus person was beaten to our ancestors. You understand what I'm saying? We were forced to believe in Jesus, have faith. Churches will tell you, have faith in Jesus, have faith in God. He's gonna save you and this and that. But you have to understand that the only entity that can save you is yourself. It says, faith without works is dead. Well, I'm not trying to be funny. If God gave you or so-called told you to believe in just faith, then he wouldn't tell you to put your works behind this faith. So God's telling you, I gave you some power about yourself. So when you believe in your mind and you create a vision in your mind or a road in your mind, it's for you to really take this road and believe in it, because this is the road that's going to set you free. But we're believing in someone telling us that there's a God that tells us that we have to obey our masters as a slave. Which this same God, you have to understand that these so-called Edomites believe in. They believe that they're closer to this God. This God put them in charge. But they're not understanding that the Bible is written code. And if you don't learn how to break this thing down and learn how to read in black and white and understand what this Bible is talking about, you're going to be lost. So what's going on with our people? They have become lost. They have become sleepwalkers. Not understanding that this system, that this government, that this Bible that is put before us, for one, is all something that was taken from an Egyptian standpoint. Something that was here way before 6,000 years of the world's so-called existence. Our people have been here for 65,000 years or better. We were tribes at one point in time, and we have been taken out of our spiritual standpoint of understanding, our cultural standpoint of understanding, our traditional standpoint of understanding, and our tribal standpoint of understanding. So now you have modern day Christians, Jehovah's, Baptists, Muslims, Moorish nationals. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, these people have you believing that you are basically an iniquity to them, that you are a curse, that God, you understand, that God has put them over you because you're a curse. And you have to obey them because God put them over you. But this is the thing. I said in many of my videos that I would love to not call myself an African American, Negro, colored, or black person. And I really mean exactly what I say. My videos, from listening to Dane Calloway, from listening to Dolo the Moore, from listening to Malcolm X, from listening to Martin Luther King, from listening to Marcus Garvey, from listening to so many other people that are now, as I feel, acknowledged on what's going on, that our government, our churches, our mayors, our county commissioners, our politicians, they are all aware that, that we are the Aboriginal indigenous Niji from this so-called place called Turtle Island, that they have switched over to this name, North America. It deeply disturbed my soul to know and to understand that we are still asleep and not understanding the trend of lies that this rat, you understand what I'm saying, has infested in our brains and in our mind. It's not okay with me Because as long as they give you something of a materialistic measure to make you feel good, whether it be drugs, whether it be something materialistic to get your hair done, something, as long as they give you something to make you feel good, you're comfortable. But you're not waking up to the fact of the matter that we are being lied to. We have had our rights taken away from us and been given privileges. We have had our traditions, our cultures, our heritages, our land stolen away from us. And for me to be someone at the age of 28 years old, I pray to God that before I'm 30, that there'll be a change in this world. Now, I know that people are not on a spiritual path right now because so many of them are stuck on a religion, but I pray that you be bound from this religion. I pray that you look at this video eventually and sometime in your life and you wake up to the truth. I pray that you wake up and understand that we are no longer sleeping, and there's many of us, or the 144,000 light workers that are working diligently every day, even if we're not producing videos like Dane Calloway or the rest of these brothers that are putting forth visual mindsets or thoughts. We're still using our voice through our vibrations, through our chakras that allow us to connect and be in tune with you. So to the brothers that are cutting your hair and cutting your beards, understand that this is your spiritual connection to God. White people hair fall down like a dog, showing you that they are of some sort of animal blood. We are the only real humans on this earth, and this is a proven fact. There's plenty of videos that you can look at, and I'm going to be putting forth some key pointers for y'all to listen to and go look for, so that way you can sharpen your steel, sharpen your mind frame. Peace and blessings from the Most High that gives me authority in my body to no longer be a slave. For I know who the slave catcher is. So I know that I am the master and the creator of these so-called slave catchers. And you're bound to respect the fact that when we wake up and we come in your courtrooms, eventually when it's enough of us warriors that wake up, you better be ready.